Okay, guys, we are on the home stretch. We're talking links now. So far, just to recap, we have done topic sentence, which is our introduction to the paragraph. We have done evidence, which is where you give a scene discussion with a quote that proves your point. And then we've done explanation, where you explain how your evidence proves your point. Then we are going, I don't want to show you that because I'm going to show you later. Then we're going to talk about link. Okay, so link is the sentence at the end of your paragraph that ties up all the things that you've said during the paragraph and then ties it back to your main argument. So ties it back to your contention. So, one sentence ties all the idea back to the main argument. Now, the great thing is that you've already written something very similar to this already, and that would be your topic sentence. So, like, if you got, a bit nervous or you couldn't think of anything and you were getting stressed out, you could always go back to your topic sentence and reword it and stick it at the end, and it would work, okay? So, there's a little tip from me to you. There we go. All right, so here is my example. Lois Lowry uses the text, the giver, to highlight the damage that the concept of sameness can do to society when it is insisted on, as it strips beauty from the world. Okay, so can you see how that ties the idea back? It kind of restates the idea that I was talking about in the paragraph and brings it back to the contention. Talking about the concept of sameness, that Lois Lowry doesn't agree with it because she highlights the damage. And then what damage does she show? She shows that if you're going to have sameness, then you're going to strip beauty from the world. Okay? That's it. Literally, that is a link sentence. Easy. Okay, so far, we've got topic sentence, you introduce the argument, evidence, you prove it with evidence from the text, explanation, where you explain how your evidence proves your point, and then link sentence, where you summarize what you just talked about and how it's relevant to your contention. And that's a paragraph, okay? And then you do it with the next paragraph, and the next paragraph, and the next one, depending on how many paragraphs you write. I would suggest 3 will be enough. Okay, but if you want to go and write 4, that's okay too. But remember, it's always about quality and not quantity. It's not about how much you can write. It's about how good is the writing that you give me. Okay? Now, I want to show you what it would look like all together. So stuck all together. Whoa! Now, you'll notice that I have done color coding because I'm awesome. So, I've got pink for the topic sentence. I've got green for the evidence, I've got blue for the explanation, and then I've got, I guess, orange/yellow, depending on what this looks like on your screen, for the link. Okay, so you can see how it fits all together. Now you can also see how many times I have referred to those key words. Okay, now you might find when you're writing your piece that writing it in different colours helps you. You know, to make sure that you do all the steps properly. That's totally fine if you want to do that, okay? If you want to highlight every time you use a keyword, you can do that. That's totally fine, okay? It's about what helps you get this done, okay? And I've color-coded it because it helps you see how all these bits fit together. The other thing that I want to point out is that what I've done is I've written my topic sentence. Now, just because I've got my topic sentence, that doesn't mean for my evidence I put it on a new line. Stays on the same line, people, okay? Because it's not moving on to a new paragraph. You start a new line when you start a new paragraph. New line for a new paragraph. Okay? Right, now I want to show you my little trick. Okay, so you can see here that I've got topic sentence, evidence, explanation, and link sentence. Okay? Now, if you wanted to be really clever, and so many of you are, so why not? Okay? What you could do is have topic sentence, evidence, explanation, and then if you were really clever, you could choose to provide another piece of evidence and another explanation. Okay? Now, what we call that, and I'm just going to this slide, is called layering. Okay? So if you want to extend yourself, what you can choose to do is not just give one lot of evidence and explanation, you could choose to give 2 lots of evidence and explanation. Okay? And so that you can show more than one way that you can prove your argument. Now, in order to move to the next layer of evidence and explanation, after you've done your first one, use words like furthermore, additionally, moreover. And they're words that are really great because they kind of create almost like a little bridge from one kind of idea to the next. Okay? So, when you would do that, it would look like this. So you'd have your topic sentence, you'd have your evidence, you'd have your explanation, and instead of going straight to your link sentence, you would have another piece of evidence. Well, you'd have like furthermore, and then another piece of evidence, and then an explanation of that evidence, and then you would have your link sentence. Okay, so you would have, it would end up being pink, green, blue, yellow. Does that make sense? Hopefully. Right, we've got one more thing to do, and that would be conclusions. We are nearly there. Hopefully you guys get the Harry Potter reference there. I hope. So yes, so we've got one more thing to do. You're going to be fine. We're on the home stretch. We can totally do it. Okay. One last thing, just before I go and finish this thing about paragraphs. So this is all for one paragraph, right? You need to do this 3 times with each one of your arguments. Okay? So this is paragraph 1. Then you would do paragraph 2, and it would look like this. And then paragraph 3, and it would look like this. Okay? Obviously different words, but you get the gist. Now, just because you layer your evidence with one paragraph, that doesn't mean you have to do it for more than one. You could just choose to do it with the first one, or maybe the first one and the second one, but not the third one. That's okay too. Okay? So yeah. Alright, so hopefully you're feeling pretty comfy with paragraphs so far, and you feel like, yes, I'm nearly there. I nearly understand everything there is to understand about writing essays. Hopefully you feel like that. Remember, if you need any help, what should you do? Email me. Ask me questions, okay? Don't just sit on them. Make sure you ask me questions. All right. See you later, alligators. Bye.